It is, I think, like 7:30 or something like that right now. The doula texted me and said that she is on the way. This is my second meeting with the doula. This will be her first time meeting my husband. I guess this is also our last meeting until I go into labor. So she's coming over again today to discuss whatever. She always, like, or not always, but you know, the first meeting and this meeting, she sends like the packages or whatever that we're going to discuss. And thankfully she says I don't actually have to fill them out because that's what we're going to go over when she gets here anyway. So honestly, I kind of skim over them, but I don't really look at them just because we're going to go over it when she gets here anyway. So, but I think today we're talking about just solidifying my birth plan and, like, you know, the birth stuff now. But I don't know, the first meeting was pretty simple, pretty basic. A lot of questions on there are honestly things that I have not really thought about, which maybe I should, but a lot of the questions are like, you know, like, what are your fears and worries and stuff like that. And I honestly don't really have any fears or worries. And especially at this point, we just took our first birthing class over the past weekend, and I think the birthing class honestly just made me even more excited. So I don't really have any like fears or worries or anything. I'm kind of just excited to like get to that point. So I didn't really have much to say the first time, or like all the some of the questions she would ask me, I was like, I have not thought about that. I couldn't tell you because I haven't thought about it. I don't know. It's not a thought in my mind. And that's not to say that I don't know that things can happen. Like, it's not that I'm like delusional or something, and it's like I don't know that things can't go wrong or my birth plan might not go exactly how I would like it to go. But for me, it's like that's just not my focus, you know what I mean? So obviously there are things set in place that if I can't have the birth that I want, the people around me know what I do want. But like, I'm just not focused on that. Like, I'm not focused on like, oh, this is gonna go wrong, so I need to focus on all of the negative stuff. I've had a very positive pregnancy. I say all the time, like, I just feel blessed because I have had like a normal pregnancy. I haven't had any complications or anything like that. And even with my symptoms, I'm pretty sure they're all like normal symptoms. So I honestly truly can't complain. So yeah, I've been like pretty chill with this pregnancy. There hasn't been like any worries or fears or stress or anything like that. So I don't know. We're just gonna continue on with that. So yeah, she's coming over on the way now. And then we have a midwife appointment at 10. So we have a busy morning, but my doula and the midwife both said like, oh, if your husband can be here for the next appointment, then, you know, that would be best. So the midwife appointment was set first, and then when the doula was like, oh, you know, when can we meet with your husband? I was like, well, he'll already be here for the midwife appointment, so if you could come that same morning, that would be great. I know everyone is different, and you know, some women think and believe that husband should be at every single appointment. We don't believe that. We have not done that. He's gone to every appointment that we felt like he should be at, or like in this case, if they say like, hey, can your husband be there, then he will be there. But for us personally, it just doesn't make sense for him to take off for us to say the same things every single appointment. I feel like maybe if I was having like complications, or if this was like a hard pregnancy and I really needed him there for support, then I would care. But it's literally the same thing every time. Like, how's everything going? What's your exercise look like? What's your protein intake look like? How much do you weigh? Is your water intake still good? Let's check baby's heartbeat. Any questions? And then we go home. So, I don't know. Everyone's different. I know some women, you know, think the husband should be there absolutely no matter what. And that's what you think, that's what you do. But, I don't know. We haven't felt that way. But, yeah. So the doula is on the way now, and then we have a midwife appointment after that. I don't know if the doula is going to be here all the way up until it's time for us to go to our midwife appointment. The first time she was here for like a little over an hour, which, if I'm being honest, I kind of thought was a little long. I felt like we just kept saying the same things. But she'll be here, and then we go to the midwife, and then hopefully we're going to go to Natural Grocers because we need more detergent, and then that way I can do some baby stuff today. I realized I've washed, outside of like the clothes that we've bought recently and my in-laws have sent us and stuff, I've washed all of her clothes, like the ones that her onesies and stuff, but I realized that I have not washed the cloth diapers yet. So it'll be really good to go ahead and get all of those washed, because I think depending on the brand or whichever ones, I have to like wash them twice or something like that. I don't know, but we have a lot of cloth diapers to wash, so it would be good to get that started. And then also just kind of straighten up her nursery area. I can go ahead and put like the mattress pad on the crib and everything like that. So we'll just do some baby stuff today. But anyway, I'll update y'all probably after the midwife, or the doula and the midwife. We are back home now, or I'm back home now. My husband has gone to work. It's 12:19. We've probably been back home since like 11:40-ish. I feel like at this point in pregnancy, a lot of people assume that you are like ready to be done with pregnancy, like you're just ready to get it over with. I will say for me, I know I said this earlier, but I have had a very normal, healthy, like low risk, I guess, pregnancy. And I don't know, I just feel super like blessed. For anyone who hasn't realized yet, I'm a very positive person, and I know sometimes that can come off as like fake. Like if you see someone who's like always positive, they don't want to complain or say anything negative, I feel like a lot of times people think that it's fake or it can come off as fake. But I am really someone who, I try to focus on the positive. This does not mean that I never complain or, you know, I never have any negative thoughts or whatever. But I truly do try, for the most part, to like just keep things positive. And even if it's not positive, I'll try to find some type of positive aspect of it and just be thankful for it. So like even with my lack of sleep these days, or like not eating enough, or whatever type of situations I've had during pregnancy, I really cannot complain. Like I really can't complain, and I'm super thankful, grateful, and blessed to be pregnant and to be having our first child. So I really can't complain. So I'm definitely at the point where people are asking me like, oh, like you must be like super pregnant now, like you're so ready to get for the baby to come. And I'm ready for the baby to come in like an excited way, like I'm excited for her to come, but not in like a, oh, I'm so sick of pregnancy, like I'm so over this, I can't go on for another week, or I have more than a week, but you know, like I can't go on. Like it's not like that at all. Like I don't feel that way. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, the doula appointment was great, and the midwife appointment was great. We are in the home stretch, y'all. It's so crazy. When we were leaving the midwife, or when we were leaving the birthing center, there was like a newly pregnant woman there who they were like giving a tour of the birthing center and everything. And I was just like, wow, I remember that was me. Like I was the person who was getting the tour of the birthing center, and now we are finalizing birthing plans and everything like that. So it just seems crazy that we're almost there. It's that saying that people say, like the days are long, like especially once you have the baby, like the days are long but the weeks are short, or the months are short, or whatever. That's how pregnancy has felt as well. Like, you know, like the days are long, but I can't believe that it's almost time. Like we'll be meeting her soon. So seems crazy. I know that was a lot, y'all. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place, but I also want to talk about my doula, my mindset on having a doula, because it has changed. So I was someone who I knew even before I got pregnant that we were going to have a midwife, and I thought that I knew before pregnancy that I also wanted a doula. And then I got pregnant, and the idea of a doula kind of just fell off. I wasn't feeling as strongly about getting a doula. I didn't really see the point of getting a doula. But once I got to like a certain point in my pregnancy, every single midwife appointment I went to, they kept asking me, do I have a doula? Am I getting a doula? I should consider getting a doula. These are the stats about, you know, like women who have doulas versus women who don't. First time moms really benefit from having a doula. Like they just kept, not that they were like forcing me, because my midwives like don't force anything, but I think like it's something that they strongly suggest, obviously, because they've been doing this for a long time. So they have seen the difference in women who've had doulas and women who haven't. And so it honestly just got to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get a doula so that they can stop asking me if I have a doula. And even when I spoke to my doula before she became my doula, she was asking like, you know, like what led you to look for a doula, reach out? And I was super honest with her. I said, honestly, I'm doing this so my midwives can stop asking me if I have one. Like I'm just doing this so that I can check off a box and we can move on. And my husband kind of felt the same way. And I think, I can't speak for him necessarily, but at least for me, I think what was happening is that I was thinking too deeply into it. Like I was thinking too deep about it. Because on the surface, when you like hear about a doula or even like kind of read what they do, it's kind of just like, oh, we're there to support you. And it's like, well, why am I paying you this amount of money for support? You know, like my husband will be there to support me for free. Why do I need to pay you for support? It's kind of how, like for me, it was kind of like there has to be more. Like there has to be more to why I would pay this person for this service. And then I actually met with the doula, and even after that first meeting, my husband wasn't at the first meeting, but even after that first meeting, I called him and was pretty much like, you know, like the way I'm looking at it at that point was that a doula is a luxury, which I still feel that way. A doula is a luxury. Like not everyone wants a doula or can afford a doula. I don't think, well, prices vary obviously, but me personally, I don't think my doula was like super expensive, but she wasn't cheap either. You know what I mean? Like she's not the most expensive that I've seen, but she's still not cheap. So I told him, like, at this point I'm looking at it like a luxury. Like she will be there to take all the pressure off of us, and that we can be in the moment without having to worry about all of the logistics, kind of, because that's what she will be doing. And obviously her and my husband will be working together and they will be switching off and everything like that. But I think it just, one, takes the pressure off of me. Like I can just focus on being in the moment, focus on breathing or whatever it is that I'll be focused on. And she will be the one saying like, hey, Sydney, you need to eat. Hey, drink some water. Let's switch positions. Let's walk the stairs. Like she can do all of that. And so that my husband and I can actually just be together in the moment. I think I'll be fine. I think for a first time mom, the midwife and my doula, I think they're going to be like surprised how okay I am. So maybe I'll update this when I actually give birth and be like, yeah, no, I wasn't calm at all. Or maybe I'll come back and be like, yeah, I actually was pretty calm. But anyway, that's that. I think that's all the updates I have to give y'all on that. And then my midwife appointment was pretty much same thing, solidifying a birth plan and, you know, just going over like paperwork and what to expect for labor and delivery and postpartum and how all of that looks at the birthing center and everything like that. So I'm just super excited. So let's go ahead and get into the cloth diapers. I did take them all out of the drawers. I think I have a total of 26, I think, which I know is not a lot, especially for cloth diapering, but I want to start with this, and then when baby gets here, because I also have like different types, so I just wanted to start with what I have, and then when baby gets here and we see like what kind of cloth diapering we like and what kind of cloth diapering she likes, then I'll buy more of whatever that is. So I'm just going to kind of go through the different types that I have. I think I have three. I think I have 3 different types, as well as 3 different brands, either 3 or 4 different brands. And then I also do have disposable diapers. This is the Kudos brand that you can get from Target, is where we got them from. But I got disposable diapers because I saw some moms who cloth diaper said that they'll cloth diaper during the day and then use disposable diapers at night. But since seeing that and doing my research, I have now seen how moms like create more absorbency for overnight for cloth diapering, but we'll have both options. So I'm going to start with Assembly. So from Assembly, I think all Assembly has are the all-in-ones, or not all-in-ones, all-in-twos or whatever, which is the inner, which are these. They look like this. So this is the inner. It comes with the absorbency attached to it, and it just looks like that. And then you buy the outers separately. So the outers just look like this. Boom, bam. So I have, I don't know, maybe 12. I'm not counting anything right now, but however many this is, I think it's 12. I have 12 of these from Assembly, and then I think I do have, I don't know, looks like 8 of these maybe. So these are reusable. So like if these don't get wet or soiled or anything, you can reuse these. So you don't need like one for every, you don't need one outer for every inner, because these are reusable. You can wipe them down as well. So I think I only have 8 of these. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not counting or looking for stuff. I think I see some. I might have bought 12. But the point is, you don't have to buy as many outers as you have inners, because you can reuse these. But we have those. And then also from Assembly, I did get like some extra absorbency pads or whatever. These might be considered like for overnight. I think on their website these might be considered for overnight, and I think I have like other packs of these as well. So we will be trying those out. And the reason why I went with Assembly at first is because these are 100% cotton. So this part that goes on babies' private areas is 100% cotton, which is important to me, but that's gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself as I show y'all some of the other diaper systems that I chose to go with. But I will explain all of that. So we have those from Assembly, the 2-in-1s or whatever. And then from Mama Koala, we have like these, I think these are called pre-folds. These are pre-folds. I think I only got like 6 of these or something. So these would be like, you seriously wrap them around baby, like you lay baby on this and pretty much like make the diaper yourself with this. And then you can get these pins. I haven't even bought the pins yet. I honestly need to write that down because I'll probably forget. But you can like use like these little pins to keep them close together. And then same thing, you can use the outers. These are from Mama Koala. I think I have more from Mama Koala, but I bought some outers from Mama Koala as well. So these would go over these. I feel like I will like these, but I don't think I'm going to start with these, just because as a first time mom, a new mom, also trying to cloth diaper for the first time, I feel like, this would take more work because you pretty much have to do it yourself. So like, especially in those first days, first weeks, I probably will not be using these, but I did want to try them, so I did get some. And then we have some outers to go with that as well. And then up next, what brand is this? Then we have Texas Tushies. I think I bought maybe a couple different kind from Texas Tushies. I can't remember, but I wanted to try Texas Tushies. One, because I actually did hear about them and heard great things about them. And then I just feel like Texans love supporting Texans. So because they're in Texas, I just want to support them. They're actually not that far from where we live either. But this is where I said I'm going to start contradicting myself, because these are like polyester. They have like the jersey wicker thing, this material, that this is going to go on baby, so it's not cotton. Now these are the pocket fits, so you do have to buy like the pocket inserts for these, which this one is bamboo. I think they have, yeah, so I got bamboo terry, and then they also have the hemp and cotton ones as well. But pretty much for a pocket, you just like stuff the innard in here, and then so you'll put like the insert into the pocket like this, and then you just close baby up like a regular diaper, like that. And so I know some people really love these. Some people say they don't like them that much, especially because you have to like insert all of the inserts into the pockets, but I thought it would be good to try. I'm still not a super fan of the fact that this is not cotton, like the part that's going on baby is not cotton. I don't know how to feel about that, but I did want to try them just for us to have like different options to try things. So I did get like a handful of these as well from Texas Tushies, as well as the inserts. I think I did the bundles, so like the inserts just came with the outers with the bundles that I got. So yeah, these are all the inserts that they sent. And then I also got some all-in-ones from Texas Tushies. So an all-in-one, it comes like already attached, like the insert is attached to the inside already. You cannot remove it. So that's what an all-in-one is. It just means like everything is already right here. It's already done for you. You don't have to put an inner and then an outer on. You don't have to stuff a pocket with an insert. Like everything is right here, already done. They also have like these cute designs. Like this one has like cake pops and Starbucks drinks on it. So I got some of those all-in-ones from Texas Tushies. And then the last brand that I got, which are also all-in-ones, is the Thirsties brand. And like I said, these are also all-in-ones, but theirs look a little different. So Texas Tushies all-in-ones, like I showed, have like their inside in the insert. Thirsties all-in-ones, it's outside, and it's only connected like here, like this just kind of hangs, but they're on the outside just here, where Texas Tushies, they're on the inside. So I wonder like how we'll feel about that as well, like if we'll have a preference. I feel like my preference would be for like the Texas Tushies, because it's all in here, but maybe I will like this. Also, I can't remember if, okay, so for the Thirsties, this is cotton. So we're back to cotton. on the Thirsties all-in-ones. This is cotton. The outside is polyester, but the part that's going to touch baby is cotton. So everything is cotton except for the Texas Tushies that has the wicker jersey material that would touch baby. So I know that was pretty long, but that is all the cloth diapers that we have right now. Like I said, I kind of just want to see what we prefer, what baby prefers. And I say what baby prefers because I've also seen a lot of cloth diapering moms who say that I guess with a cloth diaper the baby feels the wetness more than with the disposable. So like, you know, they end up changing a lot more cloth diapers than they would disposables, or that's why you like try to do things for like nighttime and overnight, because baby might wake up a lot more because they can feel the wetness and they want to be changed. So I don't know, we'll see about all of that, but I am going to like undo all of these diapers and we are going to get to washing them. I feel like I need to eat and sit down again. I felt like when I was eating earlier, my headache felt better, and now it still hurts, so maybe I need to eat some more. But I also realized that we have not sterilized anything yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Y'all, we are in full baby mode today. If y'all could not tell, we're getting so much done. So I forgot the bottles. So I do plan to like exclusively breastfeed. However, again, I am aware that sometimes things happen, things change. So we do have like 4 bottles just for now, just because I do plan to exclusively breastfeed. And then I'll probably, you know, if that's going well, I'll do that for a while. But the bottles are 1 to introduce her 2 bottles, and then they'll be for my husband, just so he can like have that type of experience with her, like feeding her and stuff. We'll have the bottles mainly for him. So I do have 4. I will say I feel like these are the same bottles, just a different name. We have the Gula Cola. I followed this lady on TikTok. She's a lactation consultant, and she like does the triangle test with the nipples and stuff. The nipple passing the triangle test is supposed to be what you should look out for when you're choosing bottles or nipple types. So the Gula Colas pass the nipple test, and then the Nimvim, however you say this. I got both of these off of Amazon. I also wanted to try I think it's the Even Flow wide neck, and maybe the Pigeon brand as well, I think. But again, because I do plan to exclusively breastfeed, I didn't feel like we need to buy so many bottles right now. But I do have other ones that, you know, if she doesn't like these, I do have other ones already in the back of my mind that we will buy to try. But started with these. Like I said, got them off of Amazon, but I feel like these are the same. I feel like they're the same bottle. And these are both 80 milliliters. So I also didn't even buy them in different sizes. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. Maybe I wasn't. I really don't know. But this is what the Gula Cola looks like. So tiny, so cute. But they have the pink. They have the pink, cute little, and these are glass, and the nipple is silicone. So do have that. It does have another nipple or other nipples. I think they're like different like it's based on the speed control, the speed of how the milk drips out of the nipple, y'all. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't. But so we have these, and then let me show y'all. These look the exact same. The exact same. I feel like it is the same. It's just a different name. These are like the same bottle. So we have these as well. So I'm just going to take all of those apart. Thankfully right now there's only 4, so there's not a whole lot to do. And then this is another thing. Again, I do plan to exclusively breastfeed, but if I ever get to a point of like just having a lot of milk, we did buy this pitcher. Although I did see that like milk has different purposes depending on what time of the day it is. So I don't know if I would actually want to mix all of the milk together, but we did buy this glass pitcher, And then I do have a breast pump. Anyway, we got a pump, which they said to bring a pump to the like delivery anyway, just in case. I guess like nipple stimulation can help get things moving if they're not. So this is a pump that I'll be bringing with me for that as well. And then I do have these, the Boone Trove silicone pump things. I know that these you put on your boob and these will just collect whatever is leaking instead of like, it doesn't pump or anything like that. So I did get these as well. And then the last thing I have, I think, to sterilize is my big pump. Now I got the, y'all probably like, this is a lot of supplies for someone who's planning on exclusively breastfeeding. I know, but I also got the Spectra, but this was through the insurance. This one was through the insurance. I think I paid like $4.95 for it through the insurance. So I did get the Spectra. This is the S1 Plus. So it comes with like 2 pumps. And then you have the machine. So there you have it. Okay, actual last thing are the pacifiers. I think this is Nini Co. I think this came in a pack of 4 and then you could just choose which colors you want it. So I just got 4 for now. Honestly, truly, I didn't want to buy pacifiers at all. I just chose to buy some like just to have them. But then I also did read that pacifiers can be good for like SIDS and stuff, like to help prevent that. So I guess I'm kind of okay with them, but I just bought a pack of 4. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now and am done sterilizing everything. I did not show myself washing everything before I started boiling it, but I did wash everything in hot soapy water before boiling. And then I had to do like 3 batches because it was too much stuff to fit in one pot at one time. So I boiled everything for 5 minutes, took it all out, did that until I got everything done. I don't know what this was to, but I'm pretty sure I ruined it. But I have no idea what this is to, so it won't be until I'm trying to put everything together that I will discover if I needed this or not. I don't know. But everything is done. These bottles are so cute because they're just so tiny. Everything is done. So I just have everything sitting out on the countertop right now on a on a towel. I'm just gonna let everything dry off or dry out, and then I'll like go through and dry it and then put everything up. I do want to put the pump stuff together so I know how to use it. I don't know if I'm going to do that today, but I do want to do that at some point, read all the instructions and put everything together so I know exactly how to use it. And then especially because I know the birthing educator talked about this, but I've also seen this on like TikTok and stuff. A lot of women, or like with on the lactation, y'all, I cannot talk. I feel like pregnancy brain is such a real thing because I feel like a lot of times I have no idea what I'm saying. Even when I was thinking about when I have to edit this video, I know I'm probably not going to enjoy editing this video because I've just been doing so much of this and I feel like none of it has made sense. So hopefully it does make sense, but I just feel like with pregnancy, I have no idea what I'm saying. So I'm sorry if I'm like stuttering a lot or if I just don't make sense, but my brain is like just scrambled, I feel like. But anyway, the birthing educator and the lactation consultants that I've seen on TikTok, and as well as like moms and stuff, but they say how important it is to make sure you have the right flange size for your nipples when it comes to like pumping and stuff, because that'll help with like the suction of the pump and actually getting the milk out. Because if you don't have the correct size, you might feel like, you know, like something's wrong with you and you're not producing milk, but it could just be that you don't have the right flange size. So they do have kits on Amazon. I'm probably just gonna order a kit. Well, I'll try these first because I haven't even tried these. So I'll try these first, and then if these are not my correct flange size, then I'll get the kit. But yeah, so I'll do that, and then we'll get all of that put together. And then I also just read that although I sterilized today, I'm probably gonna want to sterilize again before baby actually uses any of this. So I don't really know what the point of doing this early was for, if I would need to do it again anyway. But at least everything's washed. Like, at least I know everything's washed. And then I guess when it is time for us to actually give her something, obviously I don't have to do all of this over again all at once. I can just sterilize whatever it is that needs to be sterilized. So there's that. But yes, this is all done. So I just have to put this all up once it's, honestly, once I feel like it. I don't feel like it right now. And then y'all, I am still on the first round of diapers. I'm washing everything. I'm pretty much washing things by brand for the most part, because for the most part, all of the brands have different washing instructions. There were 2 brands that have like the same washing instructions, so those, thankfully, I can wash together. But every other brand I'm pretty much washing individually because they have different washing instructions. So yeah, that's gonna take me a long time, which, because of that, y'all, I think I'm going to end this video. Like I said, I've done a lot of talking today. I feel like this was just a talking video because I had a lot to discuss. So yeah, if you're someone who likes all of the yapping, you will enjoy this video. If you don't like all the yapping, then you probably will not enjoy this video, and that's okay as well. But I don't think I have anything else to say or anything else that I wanted to show today. I do think I am going to make a what's in my hospital bag kind of video, but again, my husband wants to like be, he wants to get the rest of the stuff, so whenever we go and get that stuff, then I can make that video. So stay tuned for that. My channel is not like based around being a mom or a first-time mom. Obviously it hasn't been. However, because that is truly about to become my reality, I probably will have a little more content based around like being a first-time mom and how that fits into homemaking and my business and everything like that. So you probably will see more mom stuff, but I don't want to like be a mom content creator. So there still will be just like regular stuff, but the reality is I will have a baby, and so just naturally that'll be a part of my life. But yeah, so maybe some of y'all will enjoy the mom content, or maybe I'll get new followers who enjoy this type of content. But yeah, I'm going to end this vlog so I can stop talking. I thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.